right, so what's today's mathematics? Let's start to add in some vocabulary. That ass perfect, baby. All right, so we talked about transversals, the line passing through a system of lines here, but we had these two parallel lines. So in that case, we start to have some equal or congruent angles. A tangent is a line that touches a circle at exactly one point. Now, the distance around a circle is what we call the circumference. And then we have a piece of the pie, no pizza pie, piece of pie, pizza. So we got triangles, which has three sides, and if two sides are equal, we call that, or if two sides are congruent, we call that an isosceles. You can eyeball it, right? But if it had, how do I say? Let me cook. If it had all three sides congruent, it would be an equilateral. Two sides congruent, that leads us to a isosceles. And if none of the sides are congruent, then that leaves us with a scalene triangle. Now what got me was, I'm sitting there just thinking about it, a right triangle is a triangle that has one right angle. A right triangle is a triangle that has one right angle. However, I want to relate that to a circle. So if you think about the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, the equation for a circle is x squared plus y squared equals r squared. Somehow, some way, those two things should be kind of sort of related. We're talking about an equation. We're talking about an equation. We're talking about some geometry, mathematics. Is the mathing? It's mathematical. Now, if Pokemon is your preference, what Pokemon am I talking about? Kind of, sort of, what flavor is this? Pina colada. But there's a Pokemon with a similar type of hat. Depending on where you at, they might call it a sombrero. What Pokemon am I talking about? What Pokemon is that? I'm not sure. It might be a grass type. There might be some water. I'm just not too sure what Pokemon I'm talking about. Because you couldn't catch it on a Game Boy Advance. I mean a Game Boy Color or a Game Boy Pocket. You had to have a Game Boy Advance. Now this Pokemon, come here, babe. Come here. Come here, look. That Pokemon's a Bailey. High attack and high agility. My Pokemon looks like that. Because this reminds me of a quesadilla. What is thick at?